I am Paul Revere. We're back in here again with another read, right? Alright, guys. So, you really gotta realize, right? To choose to not get ahead in this time where we could all get ahead, right? Meaning, like, just understanding a little bit of what I'm talking about will actually help you get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And the best way to do it is to, invest. The best way to do it is to understand that, with this time that I've been given in my life, my 24 hours, I would choose to actually, study money for, let's say, 2-3 hours a day, an hour if it's light, you know what I'm saying? And like, from there, you're not gonna want to keep fucking up, so you'll just start to invest more and more time in what you need to invest in. It's truly up to you. Either you're gonna get ahead or you're not gonna get ahead. It's truly on you. The ebook is available, Money, Power, Freedom. So if you guys are gonna choose to, lead with us in this new revolution, you'll get it, you'll read it, you'll put it to work, and you'll understand more about money. All right, I'm gonna pull 3 cards now. Alright guys, we got 3 cards. The first card is TikTok, the next card is Buy the Book, and the last card is Not For You. Alright, so 1 second, let me get out of here. It'd be weird. People gotta pull up next to me because they're gay. And I actually hate it. Alright. So the first card is TikTok, right? TikTok, when you think about it, right? It's about time, obviously, right? So time in, time out, it's up to you to understand that, with whatever time you choose to learn or whatever time you choose to not learn, it's a personal choice. And that's what it comes down to, all your personal choices. Will you choose to invest in something that is worthwhile? Will you choose to take time away from yourself because you want to invest in bullshit? It's all up to you. And the faster you realize that you have 24 hours in a day, if you want to fuck around and find out how poor you can be, you can always do that. Next card is By the Book. This card's cool. It's an elephant. So with By the Book, right? Let's think about it. Life by the book is boring, but also life by the book gives you a leg up, a head up on the competition. Because, not about on the competition, but also a leg up just like in your life in general, because now you have to have guidelines and you actually have something that you can follow into the promised land. And when I say that, I don't mean like follow the president wholeheartedly. I mean like, for instance, right? Let's learn about stocks. You should go and talk to Warren Buffett. You should go and like take a course in Harvard or online or whatever, and just take a course and understand more about investing and more about the stock market, or watch go on YouTube. And that for me is By the Book, because you're learning a general outline of how somebody had accumulated their wealth over the course of time, and it will help you to find a new beginning and find new strength in what you have going on in your life. All right, the last card is Not For You. When I see that card, I think about it, it's kind of like, not everything in your life is for you. And when I tell you guys that, it means that you should not try to overstimulate yourself or try to overshoot your target, meaning like you shouldn't always try to be in constant battle with self. Not every day will be your day, but it's up to you to make the best out of all your days. And with that being said, it just goes that, the longer you choose to remain in strife, and when I say that, I really mean it wholeheartedly. Like a lot of people choose to remain in lostness because it's easier to remain lost than to actually try to find yourself and find your grounding. And for people who choose to remain lost, it's a personal choice. Like I will tell you guys, to not want to learn or to be more than what you have become, it's truly a curse. I'll never say a blessing. It's a curse, because as a human, we can do so much different things, and failure is always going to be on the table. It's always an option. Once you fail, you're going to succeed. But it's just something that, like, I see people who always choose to, play it safe or just do what the crowd is doing. And, like, it gets more and more unfortunate because, like, the crowd isn't going anywhere fast. And the faster you realize that, the easier it is for you to just stay in your own lane and to build up yourself and to understand that, within this time that I've been given, I will truly take my time to learn more about self. I will take time to understand more about finances. I'll understand more about how I could invest with whatever money I have. And that's what it comes down to. Because the longer we choose to just remain lost and just allow ourselves to just dwindle away and get older and whatever, like, it becomes more and more unfortunate. And, like, it has to be a conscious decision if you want to actually choose to get ahead. I tell you guys that because, like, it's the truth. If you're gonna choose to remain in this life and to not want to excel in life, it's unfortunate, but people do it every day. Like, people that work a job, get a bullshit raise, and they pretend as though they can, like, go dive into luxuries. Like, that's what we have going on now in this world. Like, the reason everybody's in strife now is because, like, during the whole time of getting free money, they chose to just buy a whole bunch of stupid ass shit, not look at how much the interest was. Interest goes up, and then they can't afford it. So, we're in times like that now, guys, and it's just best that you stay out of the way, you keep your head low, you understand what's going on, but you just continue grinding because there's always the sun at the end of the snowstorm. New term. And with that being said, it's easy to understand that you have to make some kind of ripple in this ocean of assets, or else you just won't have any. Like, there's so much different ways to go about investing, and you could just choose one, you could choose a few. It's truly up to you, but, like, you have to do your own due diligence and what actually works for you. Simple as that. I love y'all. What you water will grow, what you cast will last. Remember, only you can be the change you want to see in the world. The faster you realize that, the easier life has become. I love y'all. Goodbye.